What brought my family back after they chose to leave? My family cut me off for wasting their inheritance on my education. What they did at my graduation stunned me. For most of my life, I dedicated myself to my family. I worked hard to provide for my sons, Ryan and James, making sure they had everything they needed. My wife, their mother, had always been the heart of our home, our rock. When she passed away, everything changed. The house felt emptier, quieter. The warmth that once filled our lives was replaced by an aching void. I found myself lost, searching for meaning in a life that suddenly felt unfamiliar. Then, one day, as I sat in my favorite spot on the living room sofa, a thought struck me. I had always wanted to go to university. It was something my wife and I had talked about often, but life, responsibilities, and time had always pushed that dream aside. Now, with her gone, I needed something to hold on to, something to help me move forward instead of sinking into grief. That evening, my sons were visiting. They sat across from me, their eyes flicking between the television and each other. The tension in the air was almost palpable. I could feel the weight of the conversation I was about to have, but I had already made up my mind. Taking a deep breath, I spoke. I've decided to enroll at the university. My voice was steady, though my heart pounded. I'm using most of the family inheritance savings to pay for it. The room fell into a stunned silence. Then suddenly, Ryan's face turned beet red. "You're kidding, right?" he said, his voice rising. "That money is for the family, Dad. For all of us. You can't just waste it like that." James, usually the calmer of the two, shook his head, his expression cold. "What about our futures? What about our kids? You have grandkids who need school tuition, and you're going to throw away grandma's savings on a degree? At your age?" I had expected resistance, but hearing their words still stung. "I need this," I said quietly. "After your mother," my throat tightened, but I forced myself to continue. "After she passed, I needed something meaningful. Education has always been important to us. You know that." Ryan slammed his fist on the coffee table, making me flinch. "This is ridiculous. You're being selfish. It's like you don't care about us or what we need." I felt a pang of anger rise in my chest. "Selfish?" I repeated, my voice firm now. "Your mother would have understood. She always wanted me to follow my dreams. I have to honor that." But their faces were set. I could see it in their eyes. They weren't going to budge. The argument stretched on for hours, voices raised, emotions raw. But in the end, nothing changed. When they left that night, the silence they left behind felt heavier than ever. Despite their anger, I followed through with my decision. A few months later, I stepped onto a university campus for the first time. I was surrounded by students, more than half my age, walking past groups of young people laughing and chatting about their assignments. I felt out of place, awkward even, but deep down, I knew I was where I was meant to be. My sons, however, did not see it that way. The moment I enrolled, they cut me off completely. The phone calls stopped. The visits ceased. Holidays came and went without so much as a message from them. I missed them, terribly. But I refused to regret my choice. Years passed, and finally the day I had been working toward arrived, my graduation. I stood tall in my cap and gown, pride swelling in my chest as I looked out at the crowd of students and their families. My heart ached, knowing my sons wouldn't be there, but I pushed the thought aside. This was my moment. After the ceremony, I returned home expecting to celebrate alone. But as I stepped inside, I froze. Sitting on my sofa, right where I had been the day I told them about university, were Ryan and James. Their faces were unreadable, but there was something different in their eyes, something softer. For the first time in years, we sat together. In the same room, the tension replaced by something else. Understanding. Maybe even pride.